waited for the right time to upgrade your vehicle, and that time is now. During the More to Move You sales event, take advantage of tremendous savings on our award-winning lineup of new Mazdas. Come experience Mazda and see what makes the difference at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
One of the 40, that's why.
Man, it's a busy day today. Welcome to it, everybody. 9 News Now on a Friday morning. Friday morning, everybody's getting ready for the weekend, but my goodness, man, it's all about the travel. And I know, Johnny, you and Mavenese are taking a deep dive into the flights. We're going to talk about that here in a minute.
Well, we've all been in those meetings every single day since this thing has started, and it's already been bad. But today, with additional cancellations, it is safe to fly, very safe to fly.
That's the idea.
FAA is doing this for a reason, and it's the right call. But they've canceled 750 flights for today.
That was more right, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Among all airlines in the United States.
So you guys said a 10% reduction?
Eventually. They're at 4% right now. It'll roll up to 10.
750 flights canceled today represents about 4%.
If the government stays shut down, could that 10% get worse than that?
At this point, I mean, why wouldn't it? But right now, this is a slow roll up over the next week to that 10% number. We'll see. Look, apparently senators have a conversation later today about possibly ending this thing. We've said that for the last month, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, we can't have this for Thanksgiving. We cannot have this.
Our website has the 40 airports.
Yes,
We've got a story with a link to the FAA with the 40 website, 40 major airports that are going to be experiencing cancellations. Ironically, not New Orleans.
No, that's surprising.
Certainly not
I thought
Baton Rouge,
New Orleans
but not
would be in that because across the region, Matt and I were just saying, between Houston and Atlanta, I feel like New Orleans is the only big airport you got.
Well, Houston, and all the 5 that we fly out of in Baton Rouge are, Charlotte, Washington, Houston, Atlanta, and Dallas.
Wow.
So they're all
5 of those are included in the 40.
All right, so we'll have more conversation about that. So how about a little bit of good news today? Temperature forecast. Actually, it's a calm day, so we're going to warm up, but it's calm.
Well, I've got something for everybody. So you can't complain. If you like the warmth, we've got that for you. If you want the cold, we've got that for you too. We've got every single season. We're going to bottle it up over the next 4 days. Not too bad. I know it's kind of a dreary start for you outside. We were actually anticipating this and a couple of very light sprinkles, just barely enough to wet your windshield. That's it. 67 degrees. You won't need the jacket for today. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, I don't think you need the umbrella either. It's only a 20% chance in the morning. Very, very small rain chances over the next couple of days. The incoming front on Sunday, that's not even really a rainmaker either. So we're going to be warm today, warm tomorrow, and then Sunday is the day of transition before, next week, Monday and Tuesday, we're talking freezes, we're talking frost. The first one of the season for both. 83 degrees not only for today, but 83 for Saturday, just to drop it off to 32 degrees by Tuesday morning. And by the way, that is the forecast low right here in Baton Rouge. So this is what we're dealing with for your Friday morning. And again, this is not a surprise. We did tell you that there would be a couple sprinkles this morning. So all the flickers of green on your screen actually are hitting the ground just barely. And that's going to be about it. We zoom out. There's really not that much more. See a little bit of action developing out to the Gulf. And we're going to leave in that 20% chance, I would say, through about now to noon. And then once we get to the afternoon, let's see what the graph does. Once we get into the afternoon, they basically wipe all that off the map. The one thing we definitely know is it's going to be unseasonably warm and humid today, tonight, and tomorrow. As I mentioned, the cold front, even this strong, potent cold front, really isn't going to pack much of a punch in the way of rain. This is it. I mean, this is barely a 20% chance Sunday morning. So your Sunday outdoor plans are dry, but it's going to turn windy. It's going to turn significantly colder, especially Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon, even when it's still sunny out, the temperature is going to start to come down. So we're going to start Monday morning at 36. Again, that's frost territory. And then 32 for Tuesday morning, that's freeze territory. So this is what we're talking about right now. I would say Tuesday morning, or really more to the point, Monday night before you go to sleep, you may want to protect some of the peas. People and pets definitely. Plants, I think you're actually going to be okay if you just leave the plants out there. But if you want to be on the safe side, bring them in. Yeah, why not? That won't hurt. 83 degrees for today. We actually will get quite a bit of sunshine. I know it's real dreary out there right now, but we will get more sun as the day wears on. Then for tonight, your Friday evening plans, they're good to go. Matter of fact, you still won't need the jacket with a low only down to 63 degrees. You will most certainly want the jacket next week. Matter of fact, I would say by Sunday late in the afternoon, we're really going to start to feel that cold blast last. And then Monday, Tuesday, really cold starts. But then we're going to moderate temperatures quickly. It's actually a beautiful forecast going through Tuesday and beyond, looking mainly on the dry side. 7:07 right now. What's going on in the world of traffic? Johnny A?
Just now starting to see a little slower traffic coming out of Denham, but all in all, it has not been a bad travel morning on the ground this morning. At the airports and in the air, it's a little bit different, and we'll continue to follow that very, very closely for you. You can depend on us to keep you safe and to keep you informed, to help you make those decisions as you get ready to plan your travel. And like Jared said, closer to the holidays we get, that's going to become even more problematic. I-12, Amite River Bridge, a little haze, a little fog in some parts of the area. 1012 merge to downtown, not bad at all. Our interactive map shows a little bit of traffic right here on LA1, but it looks like they're doing some work there on LA1, but it's on the little side street. I'll show it to you in a second. And then coming out of Denham Springs, you start to back up right at 4H Club Road, not back to Juban. That's good news. So here's LA1, no problem on the on-ramp right there, but they are doing some work on LA1 itself beneath the interstate there, but it's not creating any problems. And the only flight that's been canceled so far out of BTR is a Delta to Atlanta, leaving at 10:23. They have canceled that flight. You should have already been notified. Good idea to have those apps on your phone for all your major airlines that you're going to be using. They will be instantly updated, and also check with your airline if you don't have the app. You're watching our streaming platform. We're glad to have you with us anytime you're available to come and join us on stream. 7:08. Got a couple of things you want to be aware about today. Matt's got those next.
At 7:10, all right, folks, here we go. Let's get you going on a Friday morning. Talk about a few of the things that you may be heading out and into. This is the big conversation, right? The flights that are being canceled all across the country because of the government shutdown. You see Johnny Asian right there. All morning long, he's been taking a deep dive into how this might impact you. Out of Baton Rouge Metro, you need to know it is not obviously one of the 40 major airports seeing a reduction, but you fly into 5 hubs, and all 5 of those are among the 40 seeing some cancellations. So find this story. It's waiting for you at WAFB.com, and of course your 9 News app. Links to all of the information you need to know. Continue to refresh your apps. Keep up to date as these cancellations begin to get the increase over the next number of days. And look, FlightAware is beginning to tell the story. About 2 hours ago, see that up top? 155 delays, 111 cancellations. Those numbers were far fewer just an hour ago, 2 hours ago. So it is beginning. Your flight could be one of those impacted. We'll make sure to keep you in the know, but best bet is just keep yourself in the know, keep refreshing, keep looking. All right, let's talk about some other things going on right now. That's Mayor President Sid Edwards right there. Why are we talking about that? Because there's some votes going on, and for those in East Baton Rouge Parish, the Thrive EBR plan, depending on which way you're voting, depending on who you're talking to, some say let it fail, some say pass it, we can't let it fail. Get yourself in the know, and then put yourself into the booth. Because budget cuts could happen for a number of different departments across the city parish if Thrive were to fail. Again, we'll dig into that as voting shows up. And look, it's not just EBR. You got early voting going on through a number of parishes. So get in the know. GoVote.com is going to be the website to understand what's on your ballot. And of course, get to know where that early voting today, tomorrow, Election Day is the 15th. All right, let's get you into Tangipahoa Parish now as well, because the sheriff's office there trying to find these two people. They say they are possibly responsible for a number of vehicle burglaries, burglaries in general, in the Hammond area. Actually, according to one person who said as he came across these two, looked at them, they took a shot at them. Now, nobody was hit, thankfully, but obviously investigators would very much like to find them. If you recognize them, know anything about it, make the phone call to the Tangi Crime Stoppers number. You see it up there at the very top, the 800 number. Make that call. Want to let you know as well, we're following this potential hazing investigation. The Teak fraternity there, Tau Kappa Epsilon at LSU. You had 7 or 8 members issued a summons because of an alleged event off campus. Now, nobody was booked into the parish prison, but obviously an investigation is going on. We'll keep you in the know. Speaking of investigations, it's been a long one when it comes to the Smitty supply plant, and now there are lawsuits right now over the explosion and what that explosion put into the air and put into the water there in the Tangipahoa River. Lawsuits involving Smitty's and Attorney General's office, lawsuits at the federal level. Obviously, this is just beginning, so we'll let you know how all of this ends up playing out. You know how you can help make sure that the holidays play out in a great way? Adopt an angel. And actually, you know what you can do here? You can visit the Charles R. Kelly Community Center to do that. What we need to do is get a wrapped gift returned to that center by December 1st, label with the child's name and the number, that kind of thing. And then the distribution itself, that's going to happen on December 7th. Adopt an Angel is it's one of those great organizations, and they have them all over the area. This one's kind of specific to the North Baton Rouge area when you talk about the Charles R. Kelly Community Center. If you have the means, please make an impact. All right, so we were just talking about it, Johnny, guys. You got the full list?
Yeah, this came to us yesterday from Sean Duffy, the transportation secretary.
Yep.
And this is now on. You can't see this, and don't worry about seeing it. But these are the 40 airports that could possibly have major delays today. Unfortunately, 5 that we fly into out of Baton Rouge are all 5 on the list. DFW, Houston Intercontinental,
Atlanta, Charlotte, Reagan.
Charlotte, Reagan International,
Atlanta.
and Atlanta. All 5 are on the 40. But that's a link to that's on our website, WAFB.com.
Yeah, just keep updating. Like we talked about earlier, just keep updating your apps. Make sure you're checking, because today it starts at 4%. It slowly ramps up over the next week to that full 10%. To your point, if the shutdown continues, how much worse can this get? All right, so what we'll do is we'll be here for you to help you kind of get through all that. You know what? Deep breath. It's Friday, everybody, huh? We'll see you in 10 minutes.
You've waited for the right time to upgrade your vehicle, and that time is now. During the More to Move You sales event, take advantage of tremendous savings on our award-winning lineup of new Mazdas. Come experience Mazda and see what makes the difference at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.